The thing is that whenever I'm cooking my egusi soup, I try as much as possible to use very little egusi and plenty vegetable, less red meat. This is mainly biscuit bone, so I love biscuit bones in my egusi soup. Chicken. Then hidden here is my dawa dawa. So instead of maggi, I make use of crayfish. Shaki has boiled for like 10 minutes. I always add the beef and I season. I particularly like this mixed herb. I don't use thyme. I like using mixed herb. It's quite it's just a mixture of different herbs. It's got thyme, it's got basil leaves. So once the meat is half done, I prepare the egusi. Don't use side. It's done. So if you don't understand what I'm doing, but this is our mortar and pestle. We use it to pound the crayfish, the dawa dawa, and the pepper. You see. So my little girl Chidera is an expert in pounding. So whenever I'm cooking soup, Chidera knows it's her duty to pound the crayfish. Chidera, say hello to viewers.
Hello.
So the meat is half done now. I'll be adding the dry fish to the stock. And thanks to Chidera, our crayfish is all done. And we'll be putting it inside the pot. It is almost done. And I'll be adding the mashed egusi. I'll be using a spoon, and all I do is take just very little and put there. So that's the only oil that I'll be putting into this soup. I try as much as possible not to use plenty oil in my food. And that's it. I will now cover this pot for just 2 minutes, after which I'll add the mackerel and some onions. So the fish has gone in with some onions, and I've mashed the egusi. So in the next 2 minutes, I'll be adding the vegetables. Finally, the ugu leaf will be going into the pot at this time. As I said earlier on, I use more of vegetable than the egusi itself. And the rule is this: the moment you add ugu leaf, do not add any other thing in the soup. I will allow the ugu leaf to simmer. Once it simmers, I give it 2 minutes and the soup is done. Another thing you will notice in this cookery today is that I've not tested this soup. Once you know the right ingredient to put, you don't need to be testing your soup all the time. I've used just 2 cubes of Maggi because Maggi is high in sodium. We have to reduce the intake of sodium in our diet. And I've added just very little salt. So you can see the crunchy egusi, my dry leaves, and the mackerel.